Blessings. Welcome, beautiful people. Namaste. Peace always be with you. Peace is always here. Remember, guys. Remember, everyone. Peace is always here. Now, you might be wondering, how can I say that peace is here or peace is always here if you're constantly worried about the future, worried about your finances or the world and as a whole, your job, your relationships, your health. How is it that you're telling me that peace is always here? How can I get that peace? How can I get that freedom of feeling like it's okay when you watching this might be experiencing so much other stuff and you can't seem to shake it off and be like, no, peace is not here. I'm stuck in this relationship. I have all these bills to pay. I have all these stuff going on around me that I can't seem to have peace. And it's very valid to have a lot going on and have a lot of pressure from society and have a lot of expectations and have a lot of demands from the world to you. We all have that. But it is very, very important to always remind yourself who you are and what you are here to do. You are a spiritual being first. You're a spirit having a human experience. That is the first thing you must remember. Because what happens is that we get stuck in this identity of, I am this body. I am only this physical reality. And only this matters. Only this survival experience matters. And that's one part of it. You are here to experience the carnal physical body experience in all its density and all its duality. But you must remember that you're a spiritual being having a human experience first. And once you remember that, you pull back. You're able to remind yourself that oh wow, this isn't forever. This isn't permanent. This isn't who I truly am. You're not so focused, zero pinpointed on the physical experience only. And I'm not saying any of the other stuff is going to go away like by magic, just because it's we're not going into willful ignorance mode or in denial mode or none of that. What we're going to do is pull back your consciousness, pull back your presence, your awareness. You're going to expand your conscience into a bigger way of seeing, empowering yourself, enlightening yourself, becoming more light, becoming more present in your true self. And when you're there, you will immediately get a sense of, oh, this is just the game. This is just all temporary. And some way or somehow, intuitively, this always happens. We cannot explain God or the universe or even this presence. All we can do is experience it. So what I'm trying to say is, once you pull back into your presence, into your spiritual being consciousness, spiritual self-awareness, and remain there, all of a sudden you start to align to the solutions. You start to align to the things that make you happy. You start to align the things and people and experiences that are going to help you get you out of your situation. Whether it's you need financial situations, whether you need a new job, whether you need a new partner, whether you need anything in this physical reality. Because remember, we're all spiritual beings having this human experience. So your boss, your partner, your whoever it is, your brother, your sister, they're all playing this role that they are this body first, that they're this identity first. And they might have forgotten, but it's not about them. It's about you and how you empower yourself. Because once you realize your power and your consciousness and your ability that you are a spiritual being, that God is living this life through you, you begin to change your reality. You begin to influence those experiences around you. See, we are only in these situations now because we've forgotten who we were and we've lost our power, and we let the world kind of implode on us. We didn't put our spiritual boundaries. We didn't put our spiritual energy first. We didn't have this aura. So all of a sudden we're walking as this identity ourselves, that we're this body, that we're only this physical identity, and we're playing out these roles of uh, I'm in this position at this job. I'm in, I'm a boyfriend or girlfriend to this person. A brother or sister to this person. In this situation only. And then before you know it, you lose your higher perspective, your higher consciousness. And when you lose that, you allow yourself, you put yourself into a lower timeline to where like now you're prone to being stuck in a relationship that you might not like. Now you're stuck in a job that you might not like. Now you're stuck in a financial situation that you might not like. And this doesn't happen over a day or two. This is your whole life. This is your whole life playing itself out up until this moment. And now you're realizing like, oh wow, yeah, all of these situations I'm going through didn't just happen overnight. This is my whole life since I was born that led me to this moment. So now from this moment on, as you remember who you are and you start to come to your higher conscience, start to realize that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, you start to project that energy, you start to embody that energy, you start to, your thoughts aren't your thoughts anymore, you're just pure. And then all of a sudden, the people that are on that wavelength, the people that are playing the same frequency as you are, or let me say that better, the people out there that are letting God or the universe speak through them as you are as well, they're not embodied in this physical body only experience, or they're not identified as this physical. So they see you as a spiritual being as well, and they want to help you. They, there's nothing more to them that is more wholesome and heartfelt to their growth than to help you. But they're not going to help you if you're not able to receive it, if you're not able to appreciate it or acknowledge it for what it is. So you have to be in that symbiotic frequency. It's why a lot of people say that, like, oh, if you want to become wealthy or this and that, you have to feel that you're in that vibration already. You have to feel that you're already in that experience already. And it's not that you have to feel yourself, it's that you actually are allowing that possibility to come in now. You're not resisting it anymore. And as time grows or passes, you start to realize that the peace you truly have already within you starts to project into your moment right now. And all of a sudden, you start to attract peaceful people. You start to attract a peaceful living situation. You start to attract a peaceful relationship. You start to attract a peaceful work environment. Not because they're peaceful either, but because you're focused on your vibration. So your vibration influences them. See, what's going on right now is that you're allowing, or we're allowing constantly, other people's vibrations to affect you. And it's okay to let someone express themselves. It's okay. There's no need for needing to control anyone or to control anything. This isn't about that. This is just about allowing yourself to be. And the higher frequency, the higher, more stronger, pure energy will always evaporate any other frequency that is not serving the higher purpose, because remember, all is one. So if someone's acting from a separate energy standpoint, if they're acting from a duality, their energy is not as strong as you, so they're gonna evaporate, and by default they're gonna be influenced by yours. And that's how you start to realize that peace is here. So it's kind of like you have to first remember who you are as a being, as a spiritual energy, as a consciousness, as a clear awareness, that you're here having this physical reality. And then all of a sudden, all this survival stuff starts to become just trivial. And you create a buffer. It's not so personal to you. It's not so, in your head and in your DNA, in your body. You're not carrying that energy no more. And slowly through time, you start to come into the people and situations that are going to now reflect back to that energy that you are already embodying as a spiritual being. And it might take, I'm going to be very honest, it might take a while, because you might have dug in yourself into a situation where there's no one that's peaceful around you, or in that vibration that could understand or see you as a spiritual being. So it's going to take a lot of resistance from their part. So you might be going through this back and forth situation that is it me? Is it them? Is it them? Is it me? Don't worry about that. Just remain as your true self. That is the biggest thing. Remain as your true self. Know that you are just a spiritual being having a human experience. Know that you're just allowing the universe and heaven to live through you. Know that this isn't forever. Know that this is you really allowing your true self, your heart, your true desire and passion and all that live through you. And eventually things will line up. It is inevitable. It is inevitable that things will line up, because God and the universe and everything already wants to serve you. It's just, we just resist it. We are resisting it, and we are sometimes not even aware of it, and we're not open to it because we're on some other frequency, some other consciousness. And the consciousness could be very, I am only this body, I am only this person, I am the victim, I am this. So when you're in that energetic field and you have someone coming into your life that's like, hey, I love you, you're so great, you might actually reject them and be like, whoa, why are you too positive? You're too much light. Like, I don't feel that right now. I'm in a grunt, so get away from me. Like, misery loves company. You gotta realize that. So sometimes when people get miserable, they're gonna want to stay miserable and want you to be miserable. So don't become that. Don't let it take over your life. Nothing but love to all of you guys. Remember, peace is always here. I'm always here for you guys. Nothing but love. Om Amitabha.